All right, hello everyone. Thanks for coming by for this pre-Christmas stream. Let me get the music paused because today I've got a guest. I've got the though actually they just stepped away from their mic for a second, so I'm gonna. Oh, okay, they're back. Fantastic. Well, I've got the wonderful NBKelly who has been doing a ton of the work on Jinteki.net, getting, I think you've implemented what, Boreal, basically all the Borealis cycle and all of the Automata initiative, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So been doing a ton of work, so I'm super grateful for that. And then also just, for fun, implemented all of the original Netrunner 96 cards. Oh, and this has all of the other cards in there too. Okay, I think you mentioned that, and I hadn't really thought about the fact that it's going to have both.
Yeah. If you click under set and the card search
Okay.
thing, and it should be the first one on the like ONR
Yep.
base set.
Yep. ONR
I
base
didn't actually
set.
like at some point I wanted to separate them into the actual sets, but I just never got around to it. So
Yeah,
all of them
yeah.
are in the base set.
Oh, very cool. Well, that's good to know. So we've got, so today I figured, with a holiday stream and people doing some all sorts of different stuff, it might be fun to show off this little bit of work you've done. And you're also running a tournament, like a drafted tournament of this, right?
Yeah, it's 1 week after CBI, I think. I can't remember the exact date or day. It's like the 15th or something. I don't know. It's a Sunday or maybe a
Embarrassingly,
Saturday.
I don't. Okay. I'm assuming maybe the 20th, because I believe the CBI is on the 13th, so the 20th would be the next week.
Oh yes, on the 20th. That's right.
Yep. Cool. Well, we'll probably plug that up.
Apparently, I've got the null signal games themselves entered as a player, which is neat.
Cool, cool. All right. So you've also then made a tool that allows us to kind of draft, and I figured I might go through and there. We'll look at these old cards, and you've very fortunately, because I don't know what corporate boon does, set it up so that I can hover over it and get the card. Um, and I'm just gonna try and build the deck. The biggest thing is cards are, and you actually have it here as well, the corp deck. So it's a 45 card minimum, but you only have to run 18 to 19 points for a 45 card deck. Um, I don't.
Yeah,
I think it's probably more interesting if the two of us are talking about stuff together. I don't care as much about you knowing the exact contents of my deck. Though I guess I may be asking you
yeah,
to build
sounds good.
your own draft deck in the background while I talk at you about this. But um, yeah, so I might start.
Uh,
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, so just for a start, which side would you like to play first, or try building first?
Sure. I'll build Corp first. I think Corp is you know, it's. I feel like it's a nice way to get the handle on the game at first. So
Yeah,
um, okay. So we've got a couple of interesting. Immediately, I'm like, okay, Security Purge seems quite good because it's a 3-2. I love 3-2s. And it is, oh, it's actually just accelerated beta test. I mean, I'm not going to not play accelerated
yeah,
beta test in a draft format. Um, so it's funny how you have to
yeah,
read all these words and do these translations, and you're like, oh, wait, this is,
yeah. There's a lot of free twos with upside. Some of them are pretty neat.
yeah.
One of them's like a free two that's sort of a celebrity gift that lets you shuffle back agendas and get a ton of money out of it, which is neat.
Oh,
Corporate War is a nutty card.
Corporate Or I
Um,
really want to make this work. A 3-3. If you have 12 or more bits in your pool when you score it, gain 12. Otherwise, lose all bits. That's quite something. Oh, I should probably share my screen so you don't have to watch via the stream. Let me do that. I don't know if that's going to be. Well, I'll do that, and you let me know if that's what you prefer. We can decide. We'll figure out if it crushes your bandwidth or not. Uh,
I'll give that a go.
okay. Let's see. We've got Hostile
I've got
Takeover as a 3-1. Wow, that's a real glow up. Ice Transmutation. Choose a piece of res ice. When you score, that ice now has +1 strength, and each subroutine is repeated once.
Yeah. It's a
Interesting.
spooky effect on a good piece of ice.
Yeah. We'll have to see if I drafted any of those. Main office relocation. I do love me some plus hand size. Oh, I can run a bunch of these. I have 5 copies of this, so suggest that it's maybe not the best, but also a 4/3 is very interesting. Click, click, gain 3 on a 3/2. Okay, that might be okay. We've got some tag stuff. I guess I
Yeah, a
should
lot of
probably
these
look at
agendas you'll recognize.
yeah. This is very interesting. This is almost mandatory upgrades. That's kind of cool. Um, Corporate Retreat looks really interesting to me, but I think click to gain 2, but you can't do anything until, or once you do something, it loses that ability completely. Is kind of interesting. Corporate War, I really do want to build around. Um, okay, so I'm just really hoping I can do fast advance in some fashion. Employee empowerment. I was looking at the art for this one earlier. There's a lot of interesting art, right? But
Yeah, I think between the art and the theming, there's a lot of really good hits with old school Netrunner. Take like a so there's a card in modern Netrunner. I think it's Quality Time. It's like the free credit
mm-hmm.
draw 5, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
who is it hanging out with Kate? I can't remember.
I can't
Uh,
either. Yeah, I don't know if they're
the,
even
the
named.
the classic equivalent is body weight synthetic blood. With a
Hmm.
trademark after the word body weight.
Yeah,
That just sounds sick.
yeah, yeah. Okay, what are we doing? I need to get 6 more points in the deck. Maybe we'll just do 2 of these 4/3s. What a weird ass agenda suite. 7 agendas for 18. Oh no, that's 19 points. Because I can math. Okay, well, we'll see. Hopefully I can make something that supports this. So this is the first card. I realized this is was I don't know. Yeah, this must be a somewhat common card for it to show up in 3 of copies. This is Asp. This is a Ice Sentry Flatline. And this has Trace 5. So Trace works a little bit differently in ONR. I think you were describing this to me before the run. So basically the Trace is the maximum I'm allowed to bid, and the runner can only bid if they have a card that gives them both a base link and then an ability to boost their link
Yeah.
past that. Is that roughly
Pretty
right?
much. Yeah. So pretty much traces are blind. So the corporation's gonna not randomly. The corporation's gonna secretly choose an amount to bid, which will be between 0 and the maximum trace limit. Then the runner can choose to use one of their base link cards to set their link for the trace. After that, the corporation reveals their bid and pays it. And if a corporation bid at least as much as a runner's link, they win the trace.
Cool. All right. Oh, this seems kind of. I mean, this is like a very positional ice, but I like the idea of it. Um, Putting a little mini toll booth on everything. Okay, maybe actually what I should do is I have all these. Oh, I have 23 accounts receivable. Okay, well, that might be
Yeah.
my econ sorted.
Put as many of those in as you like.
Yeah. Um, I like the play only learns up to 2 or more runs. So I guess it's a 0. Interesting. Trace up to 5. And this is 2 cost. Okay, I see. Closed accounts. Yep, that's same old, same old. So I do actually have some good tag punishment, I guess.
Yeah. Have you got any copies of Scorched Earth? Or
I've got
Urban
a
Renewal?
single
Those are
copy
good
of
ones.
Scorched Earth, I think. So, oh wait, I have Urban Renewals though, so I could look at that. Uh, Urban Renewal just as a 6 cost operation. Oh, I do have project
Yep.
consultants. Okay. I like the idea.
It's a big deal, but better.
Yeah, big deal. But what if it wasn't trying to be a little bit fair?
Yep.
Um, Overtime incentives. So we got a biotic as well. Yeah, as much as I want to play a fast advanced deck, I suspect I gotta be playing a tag and bag deck here. Um, oh, I do have some management shakeups, so I could spend. Man, these numbers are so funny. Just spend
Yeah.
10 to put 3 advancement counters on a card.
It
That's
is a bit
really,
nutty.
yeah, that's really funky. Okay, what do I got? I got Acme Savings and Loan. When you res Acme, gain 12 and trash Acme Savings and Loan for the rest of the game. Pay 1 at the end of your turn or lose the game. You can
Yep.
remove its effect and score 1 agenda point by taking an action to pay 12. Hmm.
So your agenda points are collateral.
Yeah. Well, it's not even. It's like you make agenda points by paying off your loans.
Oh, you pay an agenda point to take out the loan.
Oh, it costs 1 agenda point. Oh, resing it costs the point. Okay. I was like, man, this seems like a great way for me to score a whole bunch real fast. Like, this is how I can play all those 10 credit operations. Chicago branch, kind of a San City grid of sorts. Then maybe it's more like a, yeah. Uh, okay, this is just like a bad brain dance campaign. It's a bad Eve, I guess.
Yeah, you'll notice the trash costs are a lot higher on most of the
Yeah.
assets.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I
Um,
hadn't really noticed that yet. Um,
yeah. Whispering campaign is really good. I recommend that. I mean, you've got a lot of scores, so maybe you don't need it, but it's a good one.
yeah. You have to click for 2 game put. I can't quite read that. Is that 16?
Yeah, 16 credits on it, and you can
Yeah.
take 2 credits off it with a click.
Okay. City surveillance. For each card the runner draws, give them a tag unless they pay 1. And
Yeah.
I can interrupt. Is this card actually implemented?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Um, okay. Ooh, yep, that's a familiar card. Let's see. I got a rock. Seems like we might be going for a little bit of kill. Though my understanding is runner probably has a lot of anti-kill protection.
Yeah, there's a lot more ways to interact with damage and tags.
Yeah.
Basically, like the damage and tags are a lot more common.
Okay, so given what we've been seeing, as much as I love the idea of scoring all these agendas, uh, probably going for some stuff that does a little bit more tag focus is probably okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I had some more taggy based agendas. Man, I'm trying to figure out what the rarity symbol on the is, and I cannot for the life of me tell.
I genuinely have no clue.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like they haven't got the rarity symbol or the set symbol on these cards, which always
But,
confused me a bit.
yeah, way back to the 90s. No one
Like, I
knows how to
think
make
you
a
had
card
to,
game
if you
yet,
want
I
to figure out the
guess.
rarities, you had to look at like the printed magazine rarity guide or something like that.
Yeah. Man, what a 7-2. Like I kind of well, I actually, given how Trace works, I'm not even sure this is that good of a card. If for like trace 5, oh, I have to pay into this blindly.
Yeah.
But
You can always just pay 0 and force the runner to interact as the other one.
oh, right, because they lose on ties. Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
they
weird
lose
to
on
think
ties,
about.
and they don't know how much you're tracing as well.
Oh,
Like,
that's
you can get the
that's
runner used to paying 0, and then all of a sudden you pay like 4, and then bam, you've got them.
that's wild. Okay, this is Project Beal is a 3-1, which boy, that seems tough. Boy, this is like a big set of stuff to try and figure out real quick. I might have been off a little more than I could chew. Um, you know what? I'm going to assume I can make 1,000,000 credits somehow and just play Corporate Wars because it just seems too fun not to.
Yeah.
Um, could run lots of these. Like I can just make that my whole agenda suite, which is kind of funky. Do I have better ones though? Gain gain money return. 4 cards stored in HQ. Yeah, seems kind of mediocre unless I have a giant hand size. Yeah, the font is like just slightly too small for me to make out when they have these like 2-digit numbers in there, which is a little bit of a bummer. I'm assuming most of the time it's going to be
But
like a 12 or an 11,
yeah,
but
yeah, I get that. Like, I wish there were better scans available because I would have used them.
yeah, for sure.
Like, there's so many of the numbers where I couldn't figure it out, and I had to look it up.
Okay. I think this seems all right. Okay, so now I kind of want to look at some tags then. Oh, wait, we've got a data raven. I'm assuming that's going to do a tag. Each data raven
That
counter.
gives you.
The other
It's only
attack
the
and a
spoken
data raven.
counters that give tags.
Oh, cool. Um, yeah, I mean, this is going to be like classic, like pile of bad cards, but um, for your first time, you just like say, "Oh, I'm going to go with everything that says tag," and it turns out to not be very good. Oh, hey, there's everyone's favorite roto turret,
Yeah.
Banpei.
You'll have a few different copies of that with different um,
Qualities.
costs and strengths. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, I guess that is one of the things where they're like, oh yeah, we can just print a better version of a card. Uh, just so one of those things I've been thinking about of like, how can you like get more cards out there to support different types of play? Um,
Yeah.
and like a lot of it is like, oh, being able to print cards that are like not playable in one format, but good in like another one is tricky unless you like put them kind of low power. And like rarity is just kind of a way that these games get around doing it. Oh yeah, here's a 6-2, so I can pay 2 more credits for 2 strength. Don't know how valuable that really is. Um, all right, firewall, home wrecker, some big ice here. Ah, yep, okay, yeah. So lots found all the variations so far off these. Mastiff, you've given me 10 of these. Do a brain, do a net. All ice is +1. A massive counter. Each counter does 1 core damage at the start of a run.
Yeah.
That's a big ol' ice.
It's a bit of a nutty card.
Pie in the face. Deck crash. Okay.
Yeah, I think that subtype is mentioned on maybe one card.
Yeah, of
Like, there's a
course.
lot of funny subtypes, and most of them are just flavor.
Ooh, Quandary's a nice little code gate still. Maybe I actually can take out my big Quandary that I went and put in. What's it called? Keeper? Yeah, I don't feel like... I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll discover that breaker base strengths are very different. And I want to value one more than the other for some reason. I mean, given how aggressively they're costing strength, maybe that's correct. I don't know. But, ooh.
Yeah, I feel like in draft, your number one priority is to keep the runner out, and then your number two priority is to make it expensive.
Yeah.
Constructed is a bit different, but I don't know what constructed looks like.
Yeah, constructed looks very weird. I remember there was some. I like read there was like a magazine that they put out that was like someone put out in like the early 2000s, I think. Looking at some archetypes from the game.
I believe it's Top Runners Conference, and I think you
Yeah.
can still find those on Arasaka.de. Where is it?
Man, I don't have a lot of barriers though.
Your barriers will be called walls,
Yeah,
just in case that's tripping you up.
I did find a couple. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 cards. Yeah, let's start there, and then we're gonna find some other stuff to do. Oh, that's a familiar. Man, a lot of these cards just are like, yeah, we'll tweak a number or two, and then we'll kind of go on from there.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Sure. We'll just do a lot of tags. Interesting. South Africa Mining Corp. Let's see. Okay. Hey, it's our good friend Bad Adonis campaign. I guess it's actually it almost amusingly is almost regolith mining license. That's quite funny.
Yeah.
I guess there's only so many ways to mix and match some of these base mechanics, right?
Yeah, there's quite a few of those. I think one of them they have Streetwear Peddler. I think you guys might have done this one on purpose, but if you look at it, it's a smartware distributor. But it costs 1 credit.
I think that one
That's
I don't know 100%, but I have some suspicion that that was somewhat intentional.
yeah. It's a neat looking card.
We'll have to see if I got it on the runner side just to take a quick look, but it seems expensive, but like that you call them assets and upgrades. Keeps it easy for my little brain.
I think the differences were servers are called data forts, Remotes are subsidiary data ports. Assets are called nodes. And that should be all the terminology on the corp side.
Yeah.
On the runner side, events are called preps. And that's it. Other than that, it's the exact same game, you know. Just about.
All right, we're going to see how many cards I have once I finish this. Ooh. Oh, wow. Power grid overload. What's that? Is that... No, it's not called power grid overload. What is it called? Oh, emergency shutdown, right? No, power shutdown is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, where am I at? 50 cards. Oh, beautiful. Barely need to cut anything. Perfect. How many accounts receivables did I put in? Somehow none? Which I don't think is right. I suspect.
You probably want to put like
a good
somewhere
chunk
between
in.
6 and 10 of those in.
Yeah. How much ice do I have? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17. That's probably a little bit too much. Oh. I probably don't need both of these at such high quantities. Probably say, you know what? I'll do one more of those again. Probably, we'll have one taxing piece of ice in here. I feel like I've got plenty of ways to give tags and make benefits out of tags. So yeah, I think it's just put a bunch of money in the deck with our accounts receivable. But I need to put like...
Sounds good.
Yes, Ixron, we're gonna do the reverse side as well. I just need to make a bunch of cuts here. I'm gonna cut a lot of the suspect cards that I don't think are actually good. Let's see. Okay.
48 cards for my runner.
48 cards. Oh boy. And I should just...
more and I'm a shaper.
And I should just take like the shadow or something. Or is there an ONR ID I should take?
Identity I've set up. Yeah. If you just type in ONR under identities, it should give you
the
right one. The one card that you've got in red, you'll have to type in the add cards bit.
Okay.
So just start with like a in the face.
Yeah. Okay. It's using actual pi. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And change the format.
Yes. To ONR. Oh, hey, 986. Fantastic.
Yeah. Check
I have too many agenda points somehow. Oh, I went over by one.
So the break points are 45.
Yep.
50, so 45 cards is 18 to 19. 46 cards is 20 to 21. 50 cards is 20 to 21. 51 cards is 22 to 23.
Okay, so I need to do this, and that is... Wait, 49 should be 18 to 19, right?
No. So I think I might have explained this slightly poorly. You know how the breakpoints in modern Netrunner are at 44.
Oh.
49.
Are they at... Yeah,
so breakpoint's one higher, so it's at 45, 50, 55.
Oh, so I should be playing a 45 if I want to have the minimum agendas.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to fiddle with my agenda suite a little bit. Do I have a 9-point agenda card? I don't think I do. Um, okay. That actually seems okay. Now I need 2 more 3-pointers. Go with that. Go with this. Okay. I would love to get some more accounts receivable, and I think given that that is my entire economy. So we'll cut that. So I probably don't want to see 2. And we'll cut this for 2 more accounts receivable, I think. Yeah, cool. All right, that should be a reasonable fix. And it'll make me redo pie in the face, but that's okay. Okay.
Right.
All right, let's go. Let's do some old school Netrunner, partying like it's 96.
So one more thing you can do is under settings,
Yep.
I'll set up so you can use the old card back. This is the settings tab at the top of the screen.
Oh yeah. I
Uh,
realize I probably don't want to
so,
get blasted with sounds though.
yeah.
Oh, card back. Ah, classic. Fantastic. Oh boy, that is.
Should just make it a tiny bit more immersive.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's get this going. Let's look at my hand. This is probably keepable.
My hand's a little bit questionable. Okay.
Oh man, having that purge available right now is very weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah,
But in case you accidentally click it, it does have like a
an
yes,
"Are
no
you sure"
confirmation on it.
prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, let's try. What are the odds I die turn 1? Probably pretty low, so I'm willing to risk it.
Probably pretty low. Yeah.
That's fine. Draw. One of these down. And I'll play this and I'll name R&D.
Okay.
You want to have a quick read of that card?
Yeah, yeah. So restrictive net zoning. Choose a data. I should read all of these cards. I think probably. Choose a data fort. When restrictive net zoning is installed, the court must pay 2 credits in addition to the normal cost to install ice on that fort. And then Top Runners Conference. Gain 2 at the start of each of your turns. Trash Top Runners Conference when you make a run. Okay, so we're going for a low run strategy. I would take it.
Right there. I'm going for a high money strategy.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Draw. Draw. And start.
Oh boy,
Still
another
moving.
one. And then rigged investments. Put 12 from the bank on rigged investments. When it's installed, at the start of each of your turns, take 1. When all bits have been removed, trash rigged investments. For 4. All right.
That's a Rizeki that costs 4 and only lasts 12 turns.
All right, we're going to score first points here. Get my employee empowerment. See if I can draw through my deck in time.
Gain some credits.
Oh, and our score. Good old hedge fund. Wild card. Break sentries. Base strength 0. 3 strength to boost 1. Okay, I'm now starting to see why you might cost.
Yeah. The icebreakers are kind of stratified onto what they do. They've all got niches.
Yeah.
For the most part.
All right, playing 2 accounts receivable. Let's keep you slightly honest and ice up R&D.
Ice up R&D? Alright.
Paying 2 credits for the privilege.
Draw. Draw. I think I want to make your remote a little bit more expensive.
Seems reasonable enough. So, actually, like, okay.
So I'm going to do that. And you can just start a new remote if you like. And
oh, you still have a click left. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, 4-3 with upsides. It's so crazy. This is not even, I would argue, the best. Like, I think I have a well, it's not clearly better, but like, there's like 3-3s with upside in this deck. This is to install ice, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Let's draw 2 cards because I haven't drawn enough here. Yeah, this is a card I think is kind of fun. I have to figure out how I'm going to pay for it, but
I'm going to pay for it. That sounds like a mastiff to me.
okay, we're going to put
I'm sure
this.
I can pay like 15 credits or however much it'll cost.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. If you didn't read it on the card, so regions.
Oh, they come in face up, or yeah.
Yeah. So it's on it's a reminder text written on the bottom of all the cards.
Ah. Well, I just assumed that was flavor text. So yeah, thanks for the catch.
Whoops.
Okay. Let's ditch that, I guess.
Alright. Let's pay for traces made during runs on this fort. Oh no. I'm gonna take 2 credits for quality time.
Hey, that's pretty nice. Man, these runners conferences are real lucrative, it seems.
Yeah, that's fine. They won't be like that forever. I'll install a copy of them.
Imp.
And
okay, so this is like sort of MU.
Yeah, it's memory. I'll install a copy of self-modifying code. Hold on a second. I need to manually fix this.
Yeah.
That's not the one. That's the one. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, right. Self-modifying code was 2 to install instead. Actually, would be pretty nice for RSI, I'll be honest. I see the problem I've created for myself. I guess I'm supposed to put this in instead. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely supposed to put this in. Yeah. Oh, well.
Alright. Is it time to start interacting?
Who knows?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, you're only on 20 credits here.
That's fine. I'm going to play a copy of Lucid Dream Booster Drug.
Oh.
Which is Stim Hack.
Yeah, that sure is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I should have clicked for an extra credit. Yeah, I'll res ONR Virtual Pocket Reality. Or Pocket Virtual Reality.
Oof. Let me just check my deck list real quick.
See if you got
if I'm paying 12 for this.
Yeah. It's only 12 though, and you've got 9. Like, you might be fine here.
Yeah.
Man, restrictive nets. I guess I am supposed to just make a new remote server instead of having built in this one. That's just a mistake on my part.
Yep, I'm paying 12.
All right.
And let's have a look what we've got here. Oof. How did you get away with that? Paracity grid can stay there.
Oh, you don't want to spend 6 to
But,
trash this?
oh no. That's not the card I wanted to trash. I suppose I could have used Bart Moss Memorial Icebreaker, and that's probably what I'm using next turn. Next time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that'll be 6.
Oh, it's only on a 1 in
I'll still
6 that you
copy
lose it? Okay. It's not
Yeah.
terrible. It's actually pretty solid
Um,
then. I guess it's 1-to-1 boost, strength
I'll
0
still
at
copy
5.
Wilson,
Yeah.
Weevil Runner Apprentice. So each 2
Okay.
turns you can choose to gain an action, which you can only use to make a run. Cannot spend more than 3 credits during that run. To pay for icebreakers or increasing your link.
Okay, and
And the
this
trash ability to prevent attack. And the
and
trash ability to
prevent any
prevent meat.
amount of meat damage. Wow. That's
So I'm
quite
going
good
to
here.
install a copy of Butcher Boy. I'm going to gain my action for making a run, and I'm going to run
Yeah.
HQ. So Butcher Boy says, oh, sorry, this should be on top of, no, it shouldn't be on top of Imp. Imp has no space. But Butcher Boy says when you make a successful run on HQ, give the corporate Butcher Boy counter. And for every 2 counters, you gain a credit at the start of each of your turns.
Yep.
Alright, I'll take that. You now have 1 Butcher Boy counter.
I sure do. Okay. Let's see. Credit. Install a card in server 1.
Okay. Three credits is not enough for me to be spooked. I'm going to use Bodyweight Synthetic Blood to... Oh no. Oh no. This isn't good at all.
Oh, yeah. I will play Surveillance, so for each card the runner draws, give the runner a tag unless they pay a credit, in addition to any other costs to avoid receiving the tag. And I can res this just before the runner draws cards.
Right, I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 credits to avoid...
Oh, I accidentally paid for resing the City Surveillance twice, just as a heads up.
Yeah. No worries. I think your credit count is probably enough that you can't really res much, so I'm going to play Edited Shipping Manifests.
Ah, yes.
Make a run on HQ. If successful, if the corporation has any bits when you would access HQ, do not access cards from HQ. Instead, the corporation loses 1 and gives you a tag, and you gain 10 credits.
All right, I'm going to res Data Wall 2.0. Just to make you spend 2 credits here, I think, and deny you the 10 and some real old school Netrunner vibes. You don't have to take a tag, that's true. It's true.
I'll spend 2 credits to break this with Bart Moss Memorial Icebreaker.
Alright. And when does this roll?
I roll a 5.
Ah, cool.
We did it.
Let me see. Ah, I see it there. Yeah.
Have a look. Oh, sorry, I should have accessed the card. So I probably need to go and fix that at some point. Actually, wait a minute. Successful and if the port. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just fix that.
Yep.
So I'll run HQ.
How will I... Is there going to be a way for me to set the... Ah, okay, fantastic.
And I'll enable it again.
Yep.
So management shakeup. That's a little bit...
It was ambitious. It was ambitious, I'll say.
I gain action to make a run on R&D.
Yep. You got it.
Alright. You're going to enjoy that. Draw, and I will pay
Oh,
1 credit to avoid
oh,
penalty
I was
attack.
about to say, oh wow, my card didn't trigger, but no, it did. It just takes a second.
And what do I not need right now? I definitely. Mm, yeah, it's probably a bit too.
Okay, provides +1 you, prevents 1 net damage each turn. Oh, it has a recurring bit for icebreakers. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's decline there. Ah, very nice. Let's go credit, credit, purge. And I'll
Purge.
forgo an action.
Um, so you can purge during any action window, which means you could, if you wanted to, you could wait to purge until, say, the end of my action phase. If you're worried about me putting counters on or something like that.
I wanted, I
Um,
guess, I wanted you to avoid getting your butcher boy trip. I think was my thinking. Whether or not that's correct, I don't know,
okay,
but
fair enough.
probably not correct. But
I will pay 1 to avoid this tag. Alright. It's time to be a little bit rude. I'm installing that. I'm installing that. And I'm installing that.
oh my goodness. Okay, well,
Nasuka Cycle says I can pay 3 credits to avoid attack.
yep.
So you'll
No.
take a couple turns to recover. I'll take a
Yep.
couple of turns to recover, and then these runners conferences are going to go away.
Yeah, that's not great for me. Okay. We're gonna go this, and then we're gonna, let's see. Probably ditch this one for now.
So I think I'm allowed to pay to draw a couple of times.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you're dripping for 6 a
1,
turn.
2,
uh,
3,
what a wild card.
and
Like it's really cool in the way that like, oh man, this is doing something kind of broken, but man, it's like would it like kind of anti-design of like, oh, we want a game of people interacting. Let's print a
yeah.
really strong
I think so. My opinion is that the corporation cards been constructed are strong enough that you force the runner to need to interact, making runners
yeah, yeah.
conferences really unreliable. Like there's a few decks that still want to use them. Like I
Yeah.
think the cool one's the Bozomatic deck, or like the I haven't told you about hidden resources yet, but basically the resources you install face down, and they all have a
Mhm.
trash can ability on them. So what Bozomatic wants to do is they want to get like 60 credits. They want to install about 20 odd hidden resources face down, and these hidden resources are all R&D mole, which is when you make a successful run on R&D, you can trash it and pay 4 credits to access 2 additional cards. And
Mm.
they just want to access all of R&D in a single run and
Yeah,
just hope
yeah.
that's enough.
I feel like I did hear about that, and that is kind of the peak top runners conference deck because you just want to make you need to make a lot of money and then just make a single run.
Yeah.
It's kind of perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
it. Yeah, it's
you
definitely
go.
like okay. I didn't build a deck to try and make you interact, which is maybe my own fault. Uh,
Um, if you get a little bit more money, you can score out, which is a little bit spooky. I'm thinking, how do I actually break walls in this deck?
Probably with Bart Moss,
Let me
right?
just check my deck list real quick. I think I've got
Bart Moss
something
seems reliable.
playable. Yes, I do. Okay. I've got something that's actually somewhat playable. But I can wait until next time.
Just sure gambling it up.
Alright, that's a respectable amount of money.
Let's
And
start
that's a new
getting
event.
there. So
you think you can survive an account siphon?
We'll see. I only
A
lose
siphon, you get
one
one
bit,
credit.
right? Yeah.
Yep. I will install my
Your
wall
wall
breaker,
breaker.
which is
When
worm.
our worm.
And sorry, let me just fix the memory a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me.
Do you need to undo? Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have daemons in modern Netrunner anymore, so you don't run into this issue, which we do need to fix at some point.
Yeah, I run into this all the time in Eternal, I'm going to be honest, but
Oops. Host and install program. There we go. And it loses one strength from being on imp.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's interesting to see that, like, okay, there are actual, like, the strength of ice matters quite a bit because a lot of things are actually doing this break for 0. Which is kind of interesting.
So I'm going to spend 0 credits to break. And let's have a look. And I think it's in my best interest to pay 3 to avoid this tag now.
I'm supposed to click into later.
I need to fix that tag message at some point. Okay. You ready for a spooky card?
Sure am.
Let me just install on host a copy of Armageddon. This card's a real reader.
Oh, yes. Okay. I feel like I've seen this, but after each successful run on... Also, this looks like they just took a Doom screenshot and, like, painted it over badly. But, which... Oh, that must
exactly
be that's the joke with the card. A little bit slow there. Okay, after each successful run on R&D, you may choose to give the corp a Doom counter instead of accessing cards from R&D. Each Doom counter forces the corp to roll a die whenever it installs a card. On the 6th, the card is trashed after it is installed, and the corp removes a Doom counter. Okay, and it's basically like, oh, if you get a bunch of Doom, I'm going to have to roll a bunch of times on this.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's no point. No, there's literally no point. It's another data wall, so it costs you literally nothing to go through.
I'd rather give you Doom counters than look at the top card, because this is more fun.
Yeah, keeping me in prison is more fun. Do you want to use Wilson?
Just don't roll a 6. Oh, yes, I do actually want to use Wilson. But yeah, simply don't roll a 6. That's all you got to do.
I think that's going to be my game plan, honestly.
It's 50% chance right now. Something like that.
I think it's a little better than that, right? It's like a 5 and 6, 5 and 6, 5 and 6. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 65, 70%.
Rolls a 1, 4, 5.
1, 4, 5.
Yep. Now, there's other issues here, which is that I accidentally went for the install and only then remembered I discarded my management shakeup.
Oh, no. All right, we get to resolve a trace.
Yes. So I'm playing a card. I can pay up to... Yeah. I can pay up to 5 for this card. And if it's...
choosing blindly. So, I mean, secretly. So, whichever number you choose, I don't get to know that number. You win on a tie.
And then
after that, I can choose one base link card.
Yep. In this case, it would be access to Arasaka.
Yeah, access to Arasaka. I can use the ability to set my base link, and only after that I can use the other ability to manipulate my link.
So is your base link is going to be 4 for 2 credits?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically you pay 2 when you're at 4 immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does this do? This gives me a tag?
Yeah.
I think I'd rather just pay 3 to avoid the tag.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm going to choose access to Arasaka as my thing. And yeah, so we tied, which means you win, and I'll avoid the tag with 3 credits.
Sounds good. And it's the action so nice they did it twice.
Excellent. I'm going to choose to see if I can pay less than 3 credits. There we go.
Very nice.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's
what I
like
did
I
before.
spending in 5 for me to then make you spend at most 3, or I guess at most 5 is bad. Uh,
Yeah.
so
So my money is very finite now. I'm gonna pay to avoid taking that tag. I pay to avoid taking that tag. Very finite, and I have to pay whenever I draw. And I'm just like, if I want to run that remote, it's gonna cost me like I suppose I can just avoid the tags. But 6 credits plus the inner ice, and then I've got to pay another 2 for city surveillance, which is 8. I think it's cheaper just to pay 8 credits for the rest of the game whenever I draw.
mm-hmm.
It's run server 2.
Yeah, it's actually because this is actually the game, I think, because I forgot how cards work,
Alright,
but and how you need to have
fair
cards in
enough.
hand.
Um,
And the
we
downside of
both,
having 3 threes is when the runner steals them, they win the game quite quickly.
yeah.
So
Alright.
cool.
Yeah, thank you for the game.
Yeah, thanks for the game.
Alright, you want to have a go at building a runner deck?
Yeah, let's do that. Now that we've seen how
So
incompetent I am
I'll
at.
go...
Okay.
It's a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
But some of it's like, you've kind of seen how a runner plays,
Yep.
and that should give you a good way to judge like which runner cards are actually good. And you've seen how ice kind of works, which should give you enough to judge which icebreakers are good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright, what am I collecting? Let's get 3 of those.
Hmm. All right. So I kind of like this as a. Oh, I only have 1 of it. That's annoying. So I might need to take a couple of extra tracers.
Uh,
I mean, this definitely seems fun. Oh wow. Okay, so that's cloak. Cloak got big and bad. Um,
yeah, it's actually really good. Like 3 credits every turn is pretty damn good,
yeah, that's a
even if you've
decent
got to pay
point.
7 for it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to see what my money looks like. We got. Oh, hey, that's a fall guy. Yeah, I now see why, like, the recurring credit was such a big deal here, and it's like takes up so much text. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, they're really like, if they had symbols for recurring credits, they would have been sick. They would have saved so much card space.
all right. Oh, I only get 1 of those. That's a bummer. Um, yep, that card seems good. I mean, still solid. Hmm. was hoping a pawn shop would just be Aesop's, but it's not.
There's another one that's also a pawn shop. That is, I think it's Gideon's pawn shop, maybe.
Yeah, well, this is just Gideon's pawn shop is just search trash for a card and bring it into your hand.
Okay. There's another
Yeah.
pawn shop card which is Aesop's.
Yeah.
See if I can figure it out. Smith's pawn shop.
Smith's pawn
Actually,
shop.
there's two
Okay.
credits.
Oh wow, I don't have nearly that many scores in my deck.
Yeah, I've got a funny feeling that the random number generator I'm using might have a tiny issue, but I'll figure that
Eh.
out at some point. You can just add like half a dozen scores if you want.
No, I'll figure something out. I also would be hard pressed to believe that it's actually doing something majorly wrong unless you like intentionally try to boost it up. In which case, sometimes I'm in the wrong place. Yeah. That way, I'm not in the way of the cards. Man, executive wiretaps a much better Owen card than it being just legwork, right?
There's one card that I found really fun. I don't remember what it was. But this is the most addicting card that I've ever played. And I think it's completely unplayable in person. It's a corporation card. It says, click, shuffle your hand into R&D, then draw that many cards.
Oh goodness.
And it's like so tempting. Every single time you look at your hand, think, I could have a better hand than this, and just click that over and over. But playing that in person, like,
yeah.
Can you imagine needing to shuffle your deck 3 times and then say, okay, you can play now?
Yeah. This hand's not quite optimal. This one's not quite optimal.
Yeah. There's another one. This one I actually really like. It's indiscriminate response team.
Okay, let me go and look that
so you know
up.
how you've got a dedicated response team? You've got an indiscriminate response team. And after the runner makes a successful run, you can have them shuffle their hand into their stack and draw that many cards.
That's a weird one. It's like it kind of doesn't do anything, right? But I guess it makes their hand much worse.
Stops them holding combo pieces.
Yeah.
Or saving important cards.
It's one of my favorite cards in Netrunner. Proco, but Silicon Saloon franchise. Okay, that's just Armitage code busting. Makes sense. Okay. Hey, Jai. Christmas weekends technically starts for me in a couple hours, but it's been going good so far. I've had a quiet couple days at work. Hope your weekend's been going well. Trying to figure out what the heck my runner is going to do. Is it just generic? Okay. Oh, I feel like I remember seeing some of these cards. Okay, put 2 from the bank. These recurring for ice credits. Yeah, for 10 that seems a little expensive. Okay, that's a lot of ifs. Um, yep, this seems solid, potentially. Man, credit costs just being so high is such a weird thing to adjust to for me. I gotta figure out,
Yeah,
like,
it's hard to get used to.
I'm very used to, like, okay, the card costs more than 3 credits, it's probably unplayable.
Mm.
Okay, where am I at? 34 cards. I still get to do programs.
19 cards. Let's look at ice.
Wait, why am I playing? Can I'll just play tutors rather than playing multiple copies, right? That's what I should probably do. Do I have self-modifying codes? Oh, I do. Cool. I got quite a few even. Okay. So, are my win conditions going to be in my programs then? Oh, I get this. Okay. I see why this is reasonably aggressively costed. Okay. That's an option.
How do I get money? That's good.
You search for any program. Okay. And there's no such thing as a unique card, right?
Some cards have the subtype unique, which is
Ah,
what
got it,
unique
got it.
cards are.
Okay, I've got a little bit of an idea forming in my head. We'll see if it makes any sense. But I need to do some fixing. It's not to get your loan from Chiba trashed and die on turn 2. Do I even have loan from Chiba as a resource, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the runner version of Learn from Acme. So 0 credits to install. You gain 12 when you install it. For the remainder of the game, you lose 1 credit at the start of each of your turns. And if it's trashed, you must pay 12. Otherwise, you immediately lose the game. So if you duck below 12 and the corporation can stick a tag, you basically instantly lose.
Fun, fun.
Yeah. That's a very neat card. Like it's a powerful card, but the drawback is very real.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait, do I need this card? Or am I just putting this card in because it's fun? Let's look at some of my other cards
63
before.
cards. How did that happen? Three, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22 ice is probably like 5 too much, at least.
Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah. Which ones do I not need? Don't need that. There are 2 of those. I'm never going to pay 12 credits. Okay, that's good. Now I just need to cut 13 more cards.
Yeah, I just went up to 49. Now, like, okay, gotta cut back down.
55. Let's see if we can cut 10 more.
Okay, I've
I'm not
got
playing that.
this. No, I want to do.
I'm not
If I'm
playing
going to do
that.
a mem chip, let's
I'm not
like do
actually
a
playing that.
heftier one. I'm gonna put bad cards. At least put the
that's fine.
correct things. Okay, that seems okay. Seems
I'm not playing
good.
that.
Oh, maybe because my card draw is so bad, I just need to grab some click to draws.
Almost there. I might play a 50 card deck. Let's see. What's
Why not 49 and just play the classic 20? No, I'm looking for resources, right? What's his name?
50 cards is 20. That works.
Oh, wait, that's a very weird one. Okay, never mind. I need some archives recursion. That doesn't do what I thought it would. Okay, I still need to cut cards. That seems very important for my strategy. This seems okay. These are critical. I probably don't need quite so many of these.
I think I've got a deck list that's somewhat playable. It does a
Okay.
thing, or maybe a few different things.
I don't know that my deck does anything, but I think that's okay. Okay, let's see. And
done.
okay, just gonna go and remove the named ones, and then we'll get started. What's the deadliest card in this format? Asks Brennan Bishop.
Oh,
I mean,
I got a rock. You can do 15 meat damage.
yeah, I had that in the last game. I didn't come even close to playing it, but it was in the last one.
I want to send this hand back.
I should probably mulligan this hand because it has 0 econ, but I'm also kind of tempted. Okay, well,
let's see.
Oh, we got everything we possibly could have wanted.
This is a hand that I do want to play. There. One of these here. One of these here. LD.
All right, I'm going to go run server 1.
Would you like to pay 7?
No, I don't think I will pay 7. No. Okay, let's go here and here.
Alright, that's pretty good. Let's see. Draw. Install. Install.
All right, draw. Restrictive net zoning. I'm going to name R&D.
That's fine. I'm not going to install anything more on R&D for a bit.
Then I'll put down a wild card.
A wild card, alright. Start 10. Let's see. Draw. How are we going to do this? Install and take some credits. LD.
Okay. Gonna gain 2 credits and then immediately put them right back into some body weights. Okay.
Yep.
Draw. Let's get some more conferencing going.
Alright, that sounds pretty good. Draw.
This is quite
So one of the problems of not running a huge amount of agendas is that you're not guaranteed to draw them.
That can be a problem, I would imagine. Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Let's go this and this.
Memory breakers, those are all good things to have.
Yep.
Let's see. I'll install a new remote. I want to do it again.
Okay.
And I'm going to put something in server 5.
Since when? I didn't think asset spam was going to be a thing. Okay. Cool. Draw. Install. Install.
Alright. That's pretty good. So, start of my turn. Let's see. Draw.
Are we scoring something big here?
Oh, I hope so. Draw. I can afford it, so I'm just going to put something on R&D.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let's go draw. Let's go install, and draw because we can plan our turn.
I'm happy with that. Startup emulator. That is one of the cards of all time.
It sure is. It's from the 90s. It's asset lunchable. It's not asset spam. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, I guess at some point I need to make you spend money, but as soon as I do, I lose all of my money. So it's a real tug and pull.
Yeah. Install. Install.
Oh god, when does Wilson trigger? Each of your turns you may choose to gain an action. So at any point during my turn, I guess, is when I can choose to trigger him.
Yeah. So you can use that click to forego actions, but that's it. That's the only other thing you can do with it.
All right.
All right.
Dripping for a casual 8 a turn. Okay, this maybe does actually worry me almost more than anything else.
And I'll raise one of these as well.
Okay.
I'll raise one of these as well. Why not?
Yeah. Makes sense. Do I think you can win off of scoring a single agenda? I'm going to say no.
There is a...
Oh, no.
There is a 10-9 agenda.
Yeah.
No, it's a 10-7.
Okay. Let's go like this.
All right, that's pretty good.
Draw again. Yeah, I'll put this down too. I feel like I'm dripping for so many credits that it doesn't matter. Oh, I maybe do need to go and deal with those news team tauntings at some point.
Yeah,
And yeah, this Netwatch operations office is going to be annoying. That's certainly true.
Yeah, at some point I can just start forcing you to pay.
Yeah, it's true. Well, click trace 2, and then I have a base 2 for 0. So I think you need something else to make that work.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
Lucky me.
But yeah. Fair enough. What if I pay 2 credits though?
Oh, that's true. Then I do take a tag. And then I have to like drop a Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, Wilson is some good security.
Just do some more drawing. Okay, apparently I just included tutors in this list.
Alright, let me draw. Install. Install.
Okay. I think it's time for me to pretend that I'm gonna play Netrunner here.
Okay. 40 credits is a good amount. I'm sure it's enough.
Oh yeah, definitely. Goodbye, Top
Yep.
Runners
So
Conference.
Runners Conference is gone. And is that prompting you to pay? Oh no, never mind. I need to click these things. There you go. Is this a fair enough amount? Yeah, I guess I can raise this.
Okay. Okay. So do I let this... I'm going to quickly look at my deck and see if I included anything that actually makes sense to break this with, or if I somehow included a million programs, but no way to cheaply break high-strength sentries. And it is, in fact, that.
I mean, you can just break it with your base link. I'm not going to pay 5 credit.
Yeah, I'll let Unbroken Subroutines fire here.
All right, let's trace 5. I'm going to secretly choose the number.
Yeah.
Over to you.
I'm going to choose my card, choose my base link, and I'm going to choose how many times I would like to spend into it.
All right.
Okay.
And there you go.
I'm going to run server 5 as well. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
All right, let's try that again. Add the click and run it back.
Yeah. I guess I undid the click because just habits.
Yeah. I'm not going to risk.
Okay. Let's... Oh. Sorry, I'm going to undo that after the res there. I need to do something to make this turn make a little bit of sense, which I think is... I'm going to run server 5, pay 1.
There it is.
Now I'm going to install a program. What's the one I wanted? Okay, yeah, I think it's going to be this.
Okay, I'm fine with that. That is what it is.
Yeah. Make a run on R&D here.
All right. I'm not going to risk the Animus, but I will risk Fetch.
Okay. I'm going to pay...
No,
I'm going to pay 9 and fully break.
All right.
And then I'm going to use Startup Immolator to trash the fetch. Which didn't give me a prompt for. What?
Okay, cool.
Oh, it's only if you have just, so I think I maybe messed up the triggers there. It's my bad.
Yeah. I might have not implemented it right. All right, let's see what you get.
Okay, that can stay. Then gain an action to make a run. I'll make a run on R&D.
All right.
Yep, that can stay. And then I'll gain an action to make a run and make a run on R&D.
All right, time to trash the cards face up. Let's see what we lose.
Yep.
So start the turn. What do we lose? Fund pay, corporate war. Oh, I don't want to lose that. And fetch.
All right. Hey, Rich Name. I don't know if you're a big fan of middle strategies or just coming by for a slightly different Twitch vibe, but thanks for coming by. A corporate war face up. I don't mind. Yeah. I'm a little surprised you didn't purge, but I guess that's tricky.
Yeah, but it's not quite the time for that. Let's shuffle my hand and draw a new one.
Yeah, I think to really make the strategy work, I need to get multiple restrictive net zonings on R&D, but...
Install and corporate.
Okay.
Copy.
I'm gonna install a startup emulator and make a run on R&D because I can be creative here.
All right. Yeah, I'll resist. Why not?
Okay.
That's 6 credits.
Yep. So I have to imagine and fully break. And then I'll spend 5 to trash it.
There we go.
There goes all my money.
And continue approach. I'm not gonna res.
Okay.
And let's see what you get.
Steal some corporate downsizing.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna make a Wilson run.
All right.
I'll trash Chicago branch. I'll make my other Wilson run.
That's pretty good.
Getting up to 10 counters. That's an O&R on-call solo team, and then I'll run archives and win the game, I think.
All right, you did it.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Conclusion, runner must be OP.
That's right. Yeah, there's some neat stuff you can do. Like, some of these viruses are really devastating.
Yeah. I don't think Cascade's actually that bad, but it was like kind of the best win condition I had, so.
Yeah. That's pretty good. You managed to like look at your card pool and put together something quite good, which is yeah, like a good skill to have.
Well, thanks for the compliment. Wish my corpse side had been better, but I also had you to show me how to build it up. Just put all the top runners conferences in the deck, and set up for a big turn. So
that is one on anyone. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to use Chicago branch to score out Tycho extension and corporate war, and those two agendas make up 7 points.
Okay, yeah. So
and they can both be scored out of that. And then the other one is Acme Savings and Loan.
Okay, yes. Tycho is just a 4/4, and then
yeah, I've got 9 copies of Virus Test Suite in the deck, which is that's Junebug, but also it does 1 net damage if you access it, and it's not installed as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. So and it's the only ambush in the game that fires while it's unresed.
Interesting.
All the other ambushes you need a res, which is notable because there's one of the cards, I think it's called Speed Counter or something like that. Speed Trap triggers whenever the corp reses an upgrade or an asset, and it lets you jack out.
Okay.
Which is a neat way to avoid traps.
Oh, that's because every other time they have to kind of res their traps in time.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I'm gonna need to shoot off and get my lunch.
Well, thanks so much for,
thanks very much for the games.
Yeah, thanks for hosting this.
Fun for playing. And yeah, this thing's pretty much always up, so like play on it whenever. You don't need my permission to do it. And
yeah, if people want to check it out, it is just it's oldtechie.fun is the URL.
Right. Oldtechie.fun.
And
at the moment,
go ahead.
I'm hosting it with DigitalOcean, which is at least for the next 2 months free, and then I'll decide what to do after that. But for the moment, like, it's not costing me anything, so might as well use as much as you want.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, thanks for the games. See you next time.
Yeah, great. See you next time. And yeah, thanks so much for coming by. Okay, I'm probably not going to be live for too much longer. We'll get 1 or 2 games of NSG Netrunner in, I think, but probably not much more than that. What do I feel like playing? Let's go see if there's any interesting corp decks that people have been playing. Mitosis R plus. I can't say that's gonna appeal to me very much. Maybe I'll just play some PD. It's just nice to think about. Yeah, we'll probably just do like one or so game of this. Oh, this deck I want to talk about. It's very cool. Um, this is a deck by Warlock. This is a very neat idea. So it's being able to experiment with cards that have never been legal at the same time, and the fun interaction between B1001 and Off the Grid. The firmer server on its own is impregnable as long as we can force the owner to take a tag during the run. The latter protects its own server as long as the owner can't successfully run HQ. So the idea is you put a B1001 in an off-the-grid server, and then you can put anything behind an ice that forces a tag. So Funhouse, Data Raven, and Thoth all force tags on counter, which seems like it just wins a lot of the time. Though actually, one thing I'm wondering, how does this deck deal with Hunting Grounds? Yeah, this deck is like a lot of fun in Eternal. Like the idea, and it like runs like a News Now hour to turn off Rumor Mill, which is a big one. Okay. Deck lists, totally unique PD. What are we looking at? 2 YDLs, 2 voids, and yeah, this seems really fine. Let's copy into Techie format. We'll just play a game or two with this. And we'll do this. Man, 50 or so games. Like I mean that's both true, but also man, I just don't play enough Netrunner honestly to like ever really reach that, I think. Oh yeah, I guess yeah, you're right. Second ice on HQ does the same thing, doesn't it? Just 2 on encounter ices. That will stop the what do you call it? The Hunting Grounds win. So that's like it does in theory die to Rumor Mill, but it also that's why it's playing an unironic the News Now hour, so the runner can't get a Rumor Mill in time. If the runner can't play currents, Rumor Mill can't enter play. That's sort of the idea of the deck. So it's like such a janky card I don't think it ever really saw play. Such a janky card never really saw play. But the combination, in theory, is okay. I think I beat it the first time I played against it because Parasite is a good card, it turns out. And so I was able to just Parasite my way through a Data Raven and get the win before the Friends in High Places kind of recovered the board states. Yeah, Warlock's like a really creative deck builder, and it's so cool to see. Um, I'm glad that he's around with to help us shake up our thinking a little bit because I am not really good at being creative in Eternal. Like with things I've tried to build in Eternal, like at one point I was trying to build kind of the Hate Bear account siphon style wizard, um, which I think was a lot of fun, and maybe I should go back to. Though I personally think I'm a little bit down on account siphon right now in Eternal because for some like very odd reasons. Well, basically, I think Cerebral Imaging got a lot better at dealing with Account Siphon. Um, and so it's just a little bit less scary. I think this is not an easy matchup for us. And this hand's a little bit awkward. But once we draw our second ice, I think it's okay. So I think I'm going to go Your Digital Life, Tranquility in a New Remote, Drafter on HQ. This at least makes the Drafter a little bit live if Sid comes at it. But yeah, I'll just take this right back, I think. Um, yeah, no installs here, though. I want to play Geist and Eternal, but the deck building seems so daunting and there's so many spooky corpse attack. 4 slots are hard. Yeah, Geist is... I've seen someone try Geist. I'm trying to remember. I think, like, it's very tricky. You kind of have to decide which angles you're going to attack. I think Geist has some interesting ideas where, like, you can sometimes beat Op by just, like, drawing more cards than they can give you tags, but it's not super robust. Wow, Sid's going real ham here. We go draw, draw. I'll just put another Tranquility Home Grid in this remote. I kind of want to represent a slightly... I want to keep cards in my hand so my Digital Life can do a little bit more work. But what would I tech Geist for? Like, the tricky thing is, like, Ice isn't super relevant. But, like, you kind of have to include some stuff. We're just going to mill off the top here. That's a bummer. I would have liked some of those ice. Losing a amped up, running hot, sorry, is good for me for sure. I'm going to draw. Let's go res, server 2, draw a card, greasing a Gatekeeper on server 2, I think. Next turn, hopefully I can pull off Your Digital... Ooh, Stargate's going to be... Stargate's a really interesting include, because, like, it's fallen off the meta completely. Okay, well, that's pretty bad to see a Greasing the Palm, Luminal, and Offworld Office off the top of R&D. If this is a Spin Doctor, I'm very happy, but because it's not a Spin Doctor, I basically lose the game right here. So, you know, so it goes sometimes. Opponent's playing very aggressively and getting very rewarded for it. It might be Your Digital Life. I think I actually have to just, like, double ice R&D here. Is anyone even on Temujin? Yeah, I think Temujin's pretty solid because it's just 20 credits. Like, it's just so many credits. Yeah, I just, like, have to start throwing out cards out of my hand here, which is a real bummer. Like, at 3 point, it's just, like medium is, like, a very good... like, medium and conduit are both, like, reasonable enough win conditions. Okay, do I think I can... Oh, yeah, with an Anoetic Void, I can keep that. So we're going to go for this. Yeah, I mean, I think it's not unreasonable to cut Temujin either, because, like, 3 points is a big cost, and it's like, okay, I want Amakua, I maybe want Aaron Marone, though, like, I see a lot of people playing Aaron Marone, and he's a very strong card. I think he just has some issues. Yeah, Siphon, Medium, E-Strike, Turtle, Aaron. Yeah, like, there's just so many good cards in Eternal that you have to kind of pick and choose, and so like I don't think anyone's quite figured out what the optimal spread is, and it's gonna depend a little bit on like uh, what meta you're anticipating, because different cards are tech for different circumstances. Okay, Bankar is definitely going to make my life a little bit harder. Maybe not immensely harder, though. I'm realizing I should be actually, with the Spin Doctor live, I should be trashing off the top of R&D here. Okay. Wait, I thought this was cutting Vitruvius's. What? I think ADT is better than Vitruvius. But we're not running ADT. Interesting. Okay. I don't quite know what's going on with that. Off-world office. Let's go and put a face down, back in hand. Mill the top card. That's fine. We're on 18 credits. I just want one more piece of ice. This Botulus is not going to be terribly effective because I get to res a magnet into it. Gonna do a net. Okay, hitting a finality and Stargate is certainly a lot. I think that's actually a pretty good jack out from Sid. There's enough stuff that's annoying to hit on R&D here. I might be able to stabilize here, but we'll see. Second Botulus. Okay. Let's go click to draw. Install the Vitruvius in server 2, drawing a card. And let's hit the Your Digital Life button, I guess. So we're probably going to over-advance this Vitruvius, I think. Yeah, I think a Vitruvius counter gets me pretty safe, for sure. I could even go for 2 if I want to be really aggressive. But no, I think going for 1 and then installing the Rashida, because if I can hit the Ikawa project, that's a much better trying to win on 3. It's much better for me than trying to win on 4. Alright, we're seeing Bankard pointed at server 2, which is not great, but just means I'm going to be throwing out 2 cards from my hand. Oh, that's very bad. But no actions. Okay, so if it's a light the fire, so the reason to pause there is because if I have agendas and archives, I need to pop the Spin Doctor before. Well, the nice thing actually is I will do the 2 net damage here. Yeah, if they run the Spin Doctor, just regularly run, they actually win the game. But because they didn't run the Spin Doctor first, I survive. Okay. I actually... Do I want to shuffle back now? Okay. I guess I need to get the drafter out. Yeah, I think we got lucky there. Our opponent had a... Well, so they didn't quite have the clicks, right? So what their turn was... Let's see what their turn was. Click 1 to install Light the Fire. If they click 2, run Spin Doctor. Click 3, light the fire. Click 4, run Archives. They just win the game. So opponent missed a winning line. That's not, it's not the end of the world. It just is what happened. And they got to draw a card, which maybe they could have done at the end of their turn. The question for me right now is, am I going to spin this void back? And I guess the drafter isn't really firing, right? So probably. Okay, so I will res the Spin Doctor here. Ica was a very good draw. So maybe I actually want the void here. And we'll put back a Seamless and a Border Control. Okay. So I could go Seamless, Advance. Yeah, I think this is probably the play. Score, add, void. And then I will trash the top card and just hope that it's not an agenda. Because if it's an agenda, my life gets very hard again quite quickly. But I think next turn is just something like Managarm, Ikawa, Anaerotic Void, and I'm pretty safe. I'm not 100% safe, but I'm pretty... Oh, I forgot that I'm actually not safe at all. Right. Stargate Botulus brand is just bearing down on me this whole time, and I've forgotten. Oh, they might have died to a 3-sub ice. That's fair. I did not think about that. Seamless Launch, Managarm Skunkworks, Tranquility Homegrid. Seamless Launch, I assume, is going to go. Oh, okay. That's good for me. So I could actually go Void in the remote, Managarm in R&D, and then Ikawa in the server. So I drew into the Seamless Launch, so I can actually play pretty aggressively here. I'm just going to play as if they don't have 2 Light the Fires. Which is maybe losing, but maybe isn't. Okay, R&D, server 2. So I can ditch these 2 cards and still go for the double Seamless play. Seamless, install Ikawa is winning, though. Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, that would save me a click. Or a full turn. Because I would get back a Seamless, so I would have... No, then I would have no Seamlesses in hand. Or I have 1 Seamless in hand, 1 Vitruvius... yes, it would be totally winning. Yep, thank you, Jai. This is what I get for trying to play when my brain's a little bit not here, I guess. Trying to process ONR and now do the context switching back to getting absolutely pummeled by Essa here. So, all right, 13 minutes. Turn 10. It's the critical turn here. Any like a Buzzsaw coming down, I think probably just wins. Raindrops Cut Stone seems like a very good start to winning. Oh, I'm a credit short now. Oh, that's a bummer for me. Did not think about the credits I would need. I was like, oh, I'm doing just fine. And suddenly I'm not. Is it cheaper? I think maybe it was cheaper for me to void, throw these 2 cards out. That would save me a credit. Wow, very lucky Mills there. I guess I only have 1 Ikawa left, so I'd have some time. Maybe 1 Vitruvius if I'm remembering the... No, 2 Vitruvius. Yeah, it's just the 1 Ikawa left in the deck. Which lets me purge the Botulus, which is a really lucky hit. But yeah, being a credit short here is a bummer. Yeah, credit instead of Skunk R&D and Hope is definitely an option. Yeah, I think I did not play this game particularly well. Definitely a little exacerbated by the strength of Sid's start, but okay. Uh oh, my bad. All right, survived that hit with 2 off the top, and then if Sid decides to run back, I get to put a bunch of cards into my hand, right? But like running back into HQ is like a pretty reasonable line with me trashing 2 from hand, I think. Getting the second Shashtushka there is probably good. Um, yeah, this is very, like, I guess it's, yeah. Yeah, 2 Light the Fires wins, and also, like, a different sequencing on the Light the Fire probably wins as well. But, um, yeah, Legwork loses. Legwork loses most of the time because Drafter would fire. Uh, it doesn't completely lose. I would have like a 1 in 6 or something to win. Um, one more sabotage trigger and I lose the game, I think. Um, well, no, because Vitruvius gets it back and stuff, and I missed a couple lines, but yeah. I think you know what. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I actually had fun playing that PD game, but I think my focus is not really there. So thank you all for tuning in. Next week, I'm not going to be streaming. The week, I think I said I'm not streaming. Wait, did I tell Ben the wrong date? I think I may have. Let me see. Uh, yeah, I think I said I've. Okay, I said I'm off next week, and then I'll be back on the 5th. Cool. And then, so Ben and I will be talking about Op and the what they've been building with it, and discussing some of the various builds out there, like calibration testing or rig shooter or Managarm Skunkworks. Discussing those things, and we're gonna try and get some ringers to play against, so we can see some cool matchups and opponents. And I think with that said, enjoy the rest of your break. Have a happy new year, and keep an eye out for some OP announcements on the near horizon. So, with that said, thanks all, and have a good night. And Jai, I'm not playing the CBI, but I am going to be one of the judges for it. So.